creators, it's Melissa from Melissa's Creations. Thank you so much for joining me for card number 6 in our series, Clean and Quick Cards. This is a really fun card, and I just love those beautiful orchids, especially in red and black. There's just something about red, black, and white that I cannot get enough of. Today we are using the Climbing Orchid stamp set. Look at all of these beautiful stamps that you can use to create your own floral masterpiece. I also really like that it includes a few words. We have hello, enjoy today, and thinking of you. Today we're going to enjoy today with this stamp, and we're going to use this large orchid here as well as the smaller orchid and some of the stem pieces. Let's get started. I have a piece of Whisper white cardstock that I have cut into a standard card base size, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and scored in the middle at 4 1/4. I have some basic black archival Stampin' ink, and then I also have some real red in our classic Stampin' pad. I also have a Stampin' Write marker in our real red. We will be using the fine tip today. Let's get these stamps mounted up. So these are photopolymer, so you want to make sure that you are stamping on a slightly foamy surface to get the best result. I'm using this very large and beautifully detailed orchid stamp on my D size acrylic block. I'm also using the smaller detailed orchid on my C acrylic block. We're going to grab our sentiment, enjoy today, and mount that onto our H acrylic block. I'm going to grab the longest of the stems, and it has a slight bend to it, and I will be mounting that on my B size acrylic block. I'm going to take the smallest stem, and I'm going to mount that on my A size acrylic block. And last but not least, we will be using these two pieces for the middle of our orchids, just to give it that pop of black color in the middle. First, we're going to start by stamping our large orchid piece. So I'm going to open my real red ink up that beautiful stamp. And we're going to stamp him right down, kind of in the higher left side of the card. We're going to stamp 2 of the smaller flowers. One off to the left. And another off to the right. I'm going to bring in that black, and we're going to start by stamping the stem. Now I have the bend of the stem down on the bottom. I'm going to stamp it on the orchid and trail it down to the bottom of the card. Now I'm going to take that smaller stem, and I'm just going to connect from behind the big orchid to the smaller orchids. If you didn't have enough room to stamp your stem between the orchids, you can overlap on the smaller. I've mounted those centers of the orchids onto my A and B size acrylic blocks, and then I'm going to ink them up with my basic black and stamp them right over the top. As it is now, there's a little speckling of red underneath some of these pieces. Now you can get rid of that by double stamping right over the top, or if you like the red shining through, you can leave it as it is. I'm going to double stamp it. Let's take our sentiment, enjoy today, ink that up in black, and we're going to stamp that just off to the lower right. And the final touch is to take that Stampin' Right marker in real red with that fine tip and start drawing some of your little circle dots. I like to draw them in groups of 3 and then sometimes little accents of 2, a smaller and a larger. And there we are, our beautiful Enjoy Today card using the Climbing Orchid stamp set. Now you could punch this card up with minimal effort by using the coordinating framelits for this set. That would allow you to either pop up the middle of the orchids or some of the orchids themselves. Thank you so much for joining me for card number 6 in my Clean and Quick card series. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give the video a big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of future videos. And don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this card and of this series. You can follow me on the web at melissascreations.com, where you can get all of the supplies that you need to create your own Clean and Quick cards. Your support really means the world to me, and I could not continue to do what I love to do, which is bring videos to you, if I didn't have that support. So thank you. You can also follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/mcreations, as well as Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me there with the handle at @mcreations. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy today. Bye.